You talked about getting the government spending under control. What kind of changes or regulations to the spending are you going to implement?
Well, the primary thing has been what we do through our budget each year. And I mean, I think it's important to have some figures in mind. Do you know what Crown debt is still on target? $65 billion. Treasury was saying about 18 months ago it would reach $70 billion. Because of the things we've been working on, and a combination of the economic growth and also reining in government expenditure, we've managed to get it down to $65 billion.
When was that figure? $65 billion?
$65 billion. That's right now. In fact, that's what it is now projected to peak at. In other words, that's still money we have to pay. We, being everybody in this room and everybody else in New Zealand.
But you said it's on track to reach $65
yeah,
billion.
and it was on, Treasury was saying it would reach $70 billion. And the point is, we have got to be on target to start repaying that, because that was incurred for quite a long time. The government was borrowing about $200 million a week, and it peaked at $330 million a week, which the New Zealand government was borrowing to try to tide our country over during the recession, help the most vulnerable through the recession, and also, as I say, start making contributions in Canterbury.
What was the debt that you inherited, and who is the holder of those debts?
The debt that we inherited was fairly small. The previous government was able to run surpluses. Why? Because export earnings were at record levels. The world was not in recession. We hadn't had the collapse of the finance companies and all the rest of it, and we hadn't had the earthquakes.
What was the figure that you inherited?
I think it was around about 10. I'm sorry, I don't have that exact figure. It has increased significantly, no question of that.
Who's holding the debt?
A lot of it's come from China. Most of the world's borrowing in recent years has been from China. Now, China has been going through an incredible patch of growth in the last 12 or 15 years. They've had economic growth at times in double figures. China's recent growth has come sharply down, so they're not in a position to be lending as much money as they have been, but they have lent a lot of money to a lot of countries, and we're one of them.